Hey guys, this email I got about a month ago, and I just wanted to give advice to this person. I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome yesterday. I've known I've had it for 2 years, but I pretended not to. I had to go to the doctor because my neck was ticking and it wouldn't heal. I don't think Tourette's needs to be life-altering, but I've committed all of my time to hiding it, so only my close friends have seen me tic. I'm 17, smart, and as normal as I'll ever be. I think if I tell people, they won't believe me because 1, I hide my tics and hold them in very well, and 2, they seem to think everyone cusses, which you obviously know isn't true. I can't hold them in anymore. I want people to know just so I don't have to hide my tics anymore. Any advice would mean the world to me. That's kind of ironic that I chose to do this email when I chose to do this when I hadn't even read it in its entirety, to be honest. But I just turned 17 a week ago, and so I've kind of been doing the same thing, to be honest. Like, every time I tell people I have Tourette, they don't believe me because, I mean, looking at me right now, of course, I'm going to start ticking when I talk about it. But you wouldn't believe that I had Tourette just by the beginning of this video. And so I get that all the time. Like, I tell people, oh, I have Tourette syndrome. No, you don't. You know, they think that I'm making a mockery of it by claiming I have it, and I really don't. I do. It's just I hold my tics in or I disguise them. When I'm hanging out with my friends, I talk like that. I never stop talking. And if I do stop talking, that'll happen. And that's one way that I disguise my tics. So disguising your tics can be one thing. But like I said, it can be hard when you try to get people to believe you. The best thing to do is just don't hide your tics to the extent that it's starting to hurt or anything like that, because I mean that can really be a bother. I mean, there's gonna be times where you're gonna have to suppress your tics a little bit, you know. I mean, there's times where I'm like giving someone a hug and I feel a tic coming on and I'm like, okay, 3 more seconds, you know. So there's gonna be times where you're gonna have to just kind of take deep breaths and things like that, but don't hold your tics in too much. That is the number one thing, because I've experienced that so much, like holding them in since the beginning of the semester started, and I went home for Thanksgiving break and I went crazy. It's not a good idea. It's really hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the hardest things I've had to deal with Tourette. Is trying to just let people see the real me. It's so hard. But you know, if people don't like you for the real you, then that's just because they have issues. We can only impress so many people. We can only have so many people love us. So just try to be yourself. When it comes to letting people know that you have Tourette syndrome and making sure that they're not like, yeah, right, whatever. You know, like I said, like you said, a lot of people just assume that you're going to curse because you have Tourette syndrome. That's ignorance. I'm not saying they're stupid. I'm saying it's ignorance. And I'm not saying they're ignorant. I'm saying it's ignorance. It's just that they don't know. They don't understand. So the best thing is to educate people. You know, usually, if you know, it'll just come up in conversation, and I'll be like, I have Tourette's. You know, no, you don't. Yeah, I do. You don't curse. Oh, that's only like 5% of people, but don't worry. You know, I'm not going to do anything crazy. And if I am, I'll let you know. You know, I mean, you have to just, you know, kind of be chill with it. Don't get too uptight about it. Definitely the first couple times that I just kind of told people I have Tourette's, I was so uptight and nervous and just anxious about it. But for the most part, everything is pretty, sorry, it's getting late. But for the most part, if you're chill about it, everybody else is going to be pretty at ease about it when you tell them. And if they're not, like I said, we can only have so many people love on us. You know, people with Tourette syndrome, we're so great. But not everybody's going to think that. So, I mean, we gotta be cool with that. Be sure to check out teenswts.net. If you have any questions, email me, JamieGrace, at teenswts@gmail.com. Peace. Be sure to check out teenswts.